Hello Taurus, welcome to your overview of 2023. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. All right, we're doing things a little differently this time, Taurus. I'm not going to be pulling any charms or oracles in the beginning. This is just going to be an overview of your 12 astrological houses. And if you are not familiar with the astrological houses, no need to fret. I will explain their significance as and when I'm pulling your cards. And we're going to go through all 12 and see what it is that you need to embrace and what it is that you need to leave behind. I'm using the tarot of the light and shadow. The shadow cards are going to tell us what it is that we are, well, getting rid of. And the light cards are what we are moving towards. All right, let's get started. Now, your first house. Your first house is your identity. It is how you show up in the world. Oh, that really wanted to show itself. The Queen of Swords. Well, Mars is retrograding in Gemini, and every time a Swords card is coming out, I am being guided to mention it because Mars kind of makes us impulsive. It makes us say, and especially Mars retrograding in Gemini, it makes us say and do things that may be very inauthentic to our actual selves. Okay. But the Queen of Swords is a master at cutting out things that don't belong in her life, his or her. There's no gender in tarot. So I feel like you are kind of, well, making a list, a naughty and nice list, if I have to be precise, about who belongs in your environment and who doesn't. And this could also be thoughts. Let's say you've been ruminating about something in particular that is just draining you of your energy. And you're waking up and you're like, hang on a minute, no, I don't want to keep feeling like this. Right? I want to begin the year with a bounce in my step, and I don't want to keep dragging myself through the mud. So there is some kind of realization that is coming about for you, and it's making you very unapologetic about, well, removing it. Okay, this can be a very cathartic experience. It can be very difficult, especially for a Taurus, because you guys have massive hearts and you're givers, right? You are the Empress energy. You're nurturing, kind, and for you to cut something or someone out of your life is difficult. But let's see, what is it that you are embracing? The Eight of Wands. You know what's going to happen when you do that? Once you cut off the weight that has been pulling you down, once you chop the weeds off in your garden, there's progress, there's movement, there's growth. The Eight of Wands is very fast moving energy. It could be travel, it could be communication, it could be, we have the Devil at the bottom of the deck. I just thought I'll show you that. But this is the energy of just being propelled forward into the future. You know, I feel like something was weighing you down, and this reading is going to become so long like Aries' was, but I'm going to quickly tell you about this meditation that I did last year. I can't find it now for some reason. I should have saved it. But it spoke about walking. It was a guided meditation about you're walking on this beach, right? And there's this massive rusty anchor that is chained to your waist, right? And you're begrudgingly walking ahead towards your future, and it's just slowing you down because you're getting tired, right? Carrying that weight. But once that weight dissolves and that anchor rusts into nothing, it's like you zoom forward, like you're in a marathon. You run forward towards your future and embrace all the blessings that life has to offer you. That's what I'm getting. And exactly like chopping weeds off a garden bed, that's when you allow your beautiful fruit trees to take shoot. Control, exactly. Beautiful. We did have the Devil at the bottom of the deck, and this is Jupiter in Capricorn. So this is the energy of being very conscientious about what it is that you are investing in. You will hear a drill in the background. I'm truly sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. Now, the Control card, you see the world right here, and you see the Ouroboros. This is the snake that eats itself, right? This is the energy of completing a cycle, of being a master of your own destiny. And I know, I do believe that, you know, we do create our own reality and all of that. But I do believe in a cosmic divine power that is orchestrating all of this as well. So this is that balance, okay? This is realizing that for you to create and be a master of your destiny, you need to cut certain things out of your life. And once you do that, you will see yourself transform. You will see your identity, your personality transform. Where you may be, let's say you went to a party and you were so overwhelmed with everything that you're dealing with, you would just want to sit in a corner by yourself. All right, I've attended the party, I've done my social duty, but just leave me alone. Okay, that's for some of you. But I feel like once you remove those thoughts and people that are bringing you down, you're suddenly, well, the life of the party again. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Second house, which is ruled by you, Taurus. This is about your personal income, your own monetary success. This is, it could be personal possessions, things that, well, bring you security and comfort. Leaving behind the 8 of Pentacles. Interesting. I feel like you're leaving behind something that, you know, when they say, I'd rather, instead of putting my 100% and getting 20%, I'd rather put 20% and get 100%. It's like working smarter, not harder. Oh, I love it. The Ace of Pentacles. Wow, this is very interesting. Okay, you know what? Some of you are leaving something behind in terms of a corporation or like an organization or a multinational company or a 9 to 5, regular 9 to 5. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but something that was very restrictive, that made you want to look into the intricacies of everything and just working really hard and head bent down and all of that. You know what I mean? But you're leaving that behind, and with the Ace of Pentacles, it's almost like you're giving yourself a brand new opportunity to start something new. And like I told Aries, I feel like this is something, if it's invested in correctly, it's going to help you retire early. You know, I'm getting not wanting to be a part of the rat race, right? It's like, this is not stepping from step 1 to step 1000 in one fell swoop. I feel like you've climbed the ladder already. You know, you have very, very painfully climbed a particular ladder, and you have reached a point where, whether it's yourself or the universe or literally an investor who wants to invest in you, give you this opportunity to start something new for yourself. Wow, Ace of Pentacles, that is stunning. Publicity, Aries got this in their 5th house, I think. Some of you may be famous, some of you may be content creators, you may be on public platforms, you may be entertainers, you may be singers. Whatever it may be, I feel like whatever this is going to help you shine, Taurus. You remember I said about, you know, sitting alone at a party in one corner? I feel like that's a thing of the past. And you're not somebody who deserves to be a wallflower. You have the most beautiful personalities. My best friend's a Taurus, so I know this. And those personalities need to be seen. They need to be put a light on. And I feel like if you have been just one of the herd, you're standing out now. You are doing something that is setting you apart from other people. And that is going to bring you a whole lot of recognition, as well as it's going to give you a nice fat wallet. Beautiful. I love this. All right, 3rd house. 3rd house is ruled by Gemini, and it is the house of communication, travel, humor, wit, intellect, information, and all of that wonderful stuff. Leaving behind the 10 of Cups. Very interesting. I'm going to get the light card just before I say anything else. I'm pulling on the 3rd house, and there's an aircraft flying right overhead, and it is loud. Some of you may be getting ready to travel. Oh my God, I can't. You're leaving behind the 10 of Cups and you're embracing the 10 of Cups. Taurus, this is insane. Okay, look. I feel some of you most definitely are moving homes. Okay, you are moving either to be with a romantic partner or you're moving to be with your family. But you know what you're doing right here? You're changing your definition of what truly fulfills you. And I feel with the 10 of Cups being left behind, these were empty cups. I truly feel that some of you were surrounding yourself with people and even conversations that left you feeling empty. And those cups were there almost to tell you that, okay, yeah, you have these 10 cups, you have that stability, but what were those 10 cups full of? They were probably full of poison, right? This could even be family dynamics where you felt like you were, let's say, in a family setting, and there was gossip and there was drama and there was just a whole lot of, he said, she said. But you're very slowly moving towards conversations that fulfill you. And for some of you, you may even be, well, this could be a proposal coming in for some of you. It's possible. And it's going to come in a very unique way, I feel. Because it could be some of you may be getting proposed to while you're traveling. It is possible. Or for some of you, it could be someone long distance, just making a phone call and letting you know that they want you to be their forever person. This is not going to resonate for everybody. But the Ten of Cups is beautiful to get in the third house, because this is something that comes in very quickly. I would expect this to start manifesting itself after Mercury goes direct. It's retrograding from the 29th to the 18th of January, I think, 29th of December. So after that, I would expect some happy communication. And like I said, some of you may be moving, building a home somewhere else with your family. Wow, this is stunning. There's so much meaning behind this. Something is going to become more meaningful and solid for you, Taurus. Indecision. Let's get one more. And detachment. Yeah, right. Detachment. Removing yourself from conversations and people that, well, leave you feeling wanting, that leave you feeling empty. And you see how both of these cards are Venus energy. Venus in Aquarius and Venus in Libra, both air. And again, the last air sign is Gemini, which rules this house. So all of this is very mental. Even though you have Cups energy, which talks about emotions, I feel like your mind is playing a very active role in this decision. And that indecision is it's a matter of the past. You see all of that water here, right? Some of you are literally sailing away to your happily ever after. You are literally leaving something behind. This is not going to resonate for everyone. But yeah, interesting. All right, let's get to the fourth house. Fourth house is ruled by Cancer, and it talks about, well, your family. It talks about your home life, things that bring you stability and comfort. Leaving behind the Nine of Swords, leaving behind anxiety, leaving behind overthinking and nightmares and ifs, buts and maybes. What are you embracing? The Nine of Cups. I love it. Taurus, this reading is really making me smile. It is really making me smile. I love it. The Nine of Cups is a happily ever after, kind of, because it stems from your own wish fulfillment. This is something that you have wanted for yourself, right? I am really getting some of you are moving homes, right? You're removing yourself from certain environments that have been toxic for you, that have been bringing you down. And this doesn't have to be like a physical home, a tangible home. This is just your atmosphere, right? Because the Nine of Cups is you, like I told you earlier, those cups that were leaving you empty, the cups that were empty right here, they are being filled. 2 nines. Nines are ends, right? The tens are ends with beginnings attached to them, but the nines are ends. So once you start filling your own cup, I feel like that is when the 10th cup is offered to you. So this for you, I feel like, is you stepping into your own power. It is you removing variables from your life. It is removing people, things, situations, beliefs, ideas that are keeping you stuck in your head. Wow, this is amazing. This reading is phenomenal. Okay, let me see. Let me get you an oracle card. We have Bluff. Ooh, and some of you are being like, you're kind of lying about this. For some of you, like you're unapologetically walking away from some kind of dynamic. For some of you, very few of you, I'm also getting that you're telling your family or your friends or whoever, I'm going on a business trip. Okay, but you're not. You're just traveling solo because you want to feel fulfilled within your own company. That's what I'm getting here. And this is a Gemini card. Jupiter in Gemini. I feel like you're tired of juggling. You're tired of like making other people happy. You're tired of just overextending yourself to please everybody else, while you are being left, well, unattended to. Feel like you're attending to yourself, finally, Taurus, which is difficult. Like I said, Empress energy, you do too much for other people. You don't do enough for yourself. And little white lies are forgiven, all right? If you need time for yourself and you need to lie about it, do it. It's fine. Wow. Okay. Strange. Very strange. Some of you may have a very explosive dating life because we're getting to the 5th house. Hang on a minute. Dropped a bajillion cards. I do see the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is interesting. That is an offer coming in. Now, 5th house is ruled by Leo. This is the house of romance, of dating, of anything that basically brings you pleasure. It could be hobbies, creative projects, art. It could also represent children if you have them or surrounded by them. The High Priestess. Ooh. Leaving behind. Okay, I get it. This is very interesting. All right, let me just get the light card before I say anything else. 4 of Wands. Beautiful. All right, listen. The High Priestess in the shadow deck talks about spilling secrets. Okay? It talks about gossip. And you see that key right here in the light card, that door is shut. There's no key. There's a lock here instead. But with the key right here and her spilling the contents of this cup, this is the spilling of secrets. So, I feel like either you may have come to a realization about somebody you may have been dating, somebody who, well, this could even be a friendship, but somebody who you thought was a source of joy for you. Okay? There's some kind of realization that is coming about this particular dynamic. But I feel like it's not a bad thing. I feel like it's a really, really good thing with the 4 of Wands. For some of you, I'm getting there's a secret admirer somewhere. And this person has been hiding their feelings for you. This is not going to resonate for everyone. And with the 4 of Wands, their intention is to, well, solidify this into something a little more permanent. Strange. Okay. Wow. All right. There's no other storyline I'm getting here. That's all I'm getting. Caution. Yeah, I feel like whoever this is, Mercury in Virgo, whoever this is very cautious. Very cautious about approaching you. You may have been casually dating somebody and you may have been feeling like, okay, you know, this is fun, this is bringing me joy, this is happiness, whatever. But you haven't really thought of the long term. But I feel like this person is thinking of the long term. And I almost feel like they're afraid. They're afraid to approach you with this idea of commitment because they're not sure how you're going to take it. Because like we've seen, you have worked incredibly hard to detach yourself from situations that weren't bringing you joy. And because you were so good at detaching yourself, I feel like this person is afraid that you may just run away. Because there's so much self-preservation that is going on in your energy right now. Yeah, not going to resonate for everyone. And, you know, keep that in mind. Certain houses may not be for all of you. So just ignore those and focus on the ones that do make sense. All right, 6th house. 6th house is ruled by Virgo. And this is the house of your health, your day-to-day, your routine. Wow, this drill is so loud. I hate it. We have the Magician. I see. Now, it's interesting that we have the Magician because the Magician is ruled by Gemini and Virgo. And Virgo rules this house. Alchemy. I'm getting Alchemy. The Hanged Man. 2 major arcana. That's beautiful. You know what I'm getting? I feel like you are resting. You are not driving yourself crazy anymore when it comes to, let's say, your exercise regimen or your diet, or I need to keep hydrated. I need to have 4 liters of water a day. I mean, not that that's a bad thing. That's all really, really good for you. But I feel like you are not putting so much pressure on yourselves anymore, Taurus. The Magician can be somebody who wants to create something out of thin air. Okay? But the Magician in the shadow aspect is somebody who's willing to do anything to create that reality, even if they have to step on people's faces. Okay? But what I'm getting here with the Magician, that you were doing something over and over and over again that you thought is going to bring you results, but it actually wasn't that great for you after all. Aries had a very similar message. This could be some kind of medication that you were on that you thought was helping you but really wasn't. This could even be, let's say, a crash diet. keto or whatever. Okay, I've done all these diets and trust me, they're not sustainable. So you were doing something and you thought that it's going to work for you, but it probably landed you in a soup. It may have really affected your health. But now I see with the Hanged Man, not only are you gaining a fresh perspective of things, but you are suspending your energy. You are not putting so much pressure on yourself. And again, with the Magician, I feel like in your day-to-day, your routine may have become very chaotic, where you're constantly juggling tasks and you have a million chores on your to-do list. But I feel like in 2023, I'm not saying you're going to start procrastinating and becoming lazy. No, but I feel like you're going to start delegating a little more so you can have more time for yourself. I see that, wanting to have more time for yourself throughout these houses that we have pulled so far. Assertion. Yeah, and you need to be assertive about it, my friend. Sun in Aries. I feel like, I'm not saying you're demure. By no means, okay? I mean, you are the bull, right? So I almost feel like sometimes you suppress that assertiveness that you are born with, right? That stubbornness can just kind of get bottled up sometimes. But sometimes you need to use that stubbornness to your advantage. You need to plant your feet firmly on the ground and be like, no, you do your bit, I'll do mine. I'm not going to do your bit for you. You know what I mean? I'm going to get one more when it comes to health. Romance. Ooh, interesting. For some of you, I am getting starting an exercise regime with a partner will be really beneficial. And I don't mean like running together. I mean, you very well can. But this is more like dancing, or like, taking like a yoga class, or just doing something that is going to relax you, because the Hanged Man is very relaxed energy. It is Pisces energy. It is yoga, Pilates, deep breathing, meditation. So something that you do with a partner, I feel like will help you stick to that regime. And overall, I'm getting holistic healing. And with assertiveness, I feel like you need to be very direct to the people that you are dealing with, or the people that you live with even, that I'm not going to take on your share. Do your bit and I'm going to do mine. I keep grabbing the wrong deck. All right, now 7th house. Getting to the juicy stuff. The 7th house is the house of marriage, long-term commitments and partnerships. Could also be about business partnerships. Let's see. Whew, the Hierophant. Wow, this is literally 7th house energy. What are you leaving behind? This is your energy, Taurus. This is your card. And the 6 of Pentacles. That's thrown me off a little bit. For some of you, for a very few of you, you are leaving behind a marriage. Okay? And you are embracing generosity of spirit for yourself so that you have more time for yourself. Some of you may be overburdened in a commitment. Okay, and with the 6 of Pentacles, I feel like somebody was not pulling their weight. It is possible. But for the others, with the Hierophant, I feel like you are leaving behind some kind of concept. This could even be like a social construct. Wow, you know what I just suddenly got? For some of you, all right, if you're a woman watching this, you may have been told that, oh, the man needs to work. And if you have a child, let's say, that you need to be at home. You need to look after the house, right? And you're suddenly like, no, hang on a minute. Why? Why? Why can't I work? Why can't my significant other stay home and work, stay home and do chores? Why can't I go out and bring the bacon home? That's not going to resonate for everyone, but that's what I'm getting here. But for some of you, I am also getting that you are leaving behind the idea of a particular partnership that may have been very heavily ingrained in your psyche about this is what a husband should be like, this is what a wife should be like, this is whatever a spouse needs to be like. And you're like, no, that is not my definition of a perfect partner. The definition of a perfect partner for you is somebody who pulls their weight. It is somebody, I need to get the door. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that. Yeah. So your definition of this partner is somebody who pulls their weight, who, like I said, I've been saying earlier with assertion, someone who shares your duties, right? So you don't have to take on all the load yourself. Interesting. Devotion. That's beautiful. That is absolutely stunning energy. This is Saturn in Libra, and I feel like with Libra energy, this is 7th house energy. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra, and if you are, I feel like this person is devoted to you. But then again, you know, it's someone who has your back. You see that balance of yin and yang, right? Someone who compliments you, someone who compliments your energy, someone who doesn't like leave you picking up all the pieces by yourself, someone who's there through thick and thin. This is not a traditional idea of marriage for you. I mean, it is for most of the world, but I'm almost getting that your partner, whoever this is that you are attracting or someone you're already with, is very different from what you were expecting. I almost feel like you were expecting that you'd have to do all the heavy lifting. But the person that you are with or will be with, there's balance here. There's equal give and take here. And there's a devotion here. This is a true partnership coming in, Taurus. This is absolutely stunning. Okay. Now, let's see your 8th house. Now, the 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, and it talks about things that we don't speak about in polite society. So, this talks about debt, intimacy, death, taxes, the occult, astrology, anything that is, well, kind of secretive. You are leaving behind the 6 of Pentacles. Some of these readings really throw me off, you know. It's difficult to kind of correlate the cards, but I will try my best. And you're embracing the King of Pentacles. Ooh. For some of you, it is possible if you had a joint account with someone, all right? I feel like you're dissolving that. You are dissolving that and you are starting off like your own personal account. That's what I suddenly got. But for the others, with the 6 of Pentacles, I almost feel like what you thought was balanced when it came to even your accounts, like your checkbook. Whoever was probably handling it, I feel like they were messing up. And you need to start taking matters into your own hands. There's something about going about this on your own. Inspiration. Mercury in Pisces. Now, this is a tough one. Now, the 8th house also talks about other people's money, right? So I feel like if you were dependent on somebody else's finances, or you allowed yourself to, let somebody else help you, I almost feel like you're being inspired to detach yourself from that equation. Because as a Taurus, again, you're very independent and you don't like taking help. I can say that. I mean, I can write that on a wall. Taurans don't like taking help. And I'm almost feeling like there's something coming in that is inspiring you to be very self-reliant and self-sufficient with the King of Pentacles energy. That's what I'm getting. That's all I'm getting from this. So I'm not gonna drone on. All right, let's talk about your 9th house. Your 9th house is the house of philosophy and inspiration, spirituality to an extent, travel to an extent. It's ruled by Sagittarius, so it is your true essence, okay? What makes you shine, what makes you free. We have the King of Wands. Interesting. What are you embracing? The 10 of Wands. Wow, Taurus. Why am I getting this? Ugh. Taurus, I feel like you're refusing to take help. You are lifting all of this weight, whatever this is, by yourself. The King of Wands is a salsa dancing king. It's someone who has a lot of fun, someone who's inspirational, who not just inspires others, but inspires him or herself to create something beautiful. But I'm almost feeling like you don't want to be playful. You're not allowing yourself to have fun. You are knee deep in duties and responsibilities, and you're refusing to pull yourself out of it. You're doing too much. You are doing way too much. For some of you, I could also see this another way. Let's say you've been working on something, okay? For some of you, you may be learning a language or whatever it may be. The 10 of Wands, every wand right here is a talent or a skill that you have gained through this long and difficult journey, right? Now, every wand right here has made you a master at whatever this was that you were focusing on. That's a possibility as well. But for the other group that I'm speaking to, if you've been taking on too much, you need to start delegating influence and affair. Yeah, you see how closely chores and romance are related in your spread. I feel like you are dealing with a partner who needs to start pulling their weight. You're dealing with somebody who needs to let you have some me time. Taurus. For some of you, I'm also getting that somebody may be influencing you to do something that you are not very keen on doing. But again, I see you moving away from that because the 10 of Wands literally is setting the burden down, right? It is the last suit of the wands. You're setting that burden down and you're picking one wand to, well, proceed with, which is the Ace of Wands, which follows this. If something has been extremely difficult and burdensome for you, where you felt like you had to do everything on your own, you're setting it down. You're walking away from it. You're embracing playfulness, or at least you should, Taurus. All right, let's see your 10th house, which is your house of career, your public image, your income, how other people see you. 6 of Swords, leaving this behind. And what are you embracing? The 5 of Pentacles. You're leaving people pleasing behind, I feel like, when it comes to your career. Yeah. You're, what was that saying? I'm Audi 5000, Audi 5000, however people used to say it. It's very cringeworthy, but that's what I'm getting here. I'm getting like you were somebody who was the harbinger of peace. Whether it was in your career or in your home or in your social dynamics, whatever it may be, you were looked at as the peacemaker, right? With the 6 of Swords. But now, embracing the 5 of Pentacles, I'm almost feeling like you're telling people to like be their own sunshine, be their own sunlight. Help yourself. I'm not going to keep picking up the pieces for you. And since this is in your career house, I feel like, again, delegation. You may have been somebody who took on everybody's workload. Like, you know, let's say you were in a 9 to 5 or whatever, and you were taking on other people's shifts so they could spend time with their families, right? And you were just left working all the time. I feel like, no, I'm done feeling sorry for you. I have a family too. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting here. Fulfillment, yeah, exactly. I mean, Saturn in Sagittarius, I feel like you need to have a little more fun. You need to feel more fulfilled within yourself. Because you see that bag of money, I feel like it shouldn't have a dollar sign on it. It should just have a pentacle on it. Because those pentacles are fulfillment, not just for your wallet, but for your heart as well. For your mind as well. You remember I said something about working smarter, not harder? I feel like that needs to come into play here. With the 10 of Wands, again, you're doing too much when it comes to something. You need to start doing less of it. Less of something that is going to bring you more rewards. Does that make sense? All right, 11th house. This is your house of your community, neighbors, friends, strength. You see? Oh my God, this is hilarious. 6 of Wands. Wow, this is stunning energy. But again, the Strength card. You are everybody's crutch, Taurus. You never give up on people. You never say no to people. You are always there for everybody. But what is helping you shine? You are helping other people shine. You are working backstage. You are letting people be in the limelight. When are you going to let yourself be in the limelight? I'm also getting, for some of you, there is someone in your environment who may be, I'm not going to say gossiping about you, but it is somebody who is stealing your thunder. Okay, someone who's constantly trying to one up you, constantly. Like there's this unsaid competition between you and somebody else. And I feel like you're just removing yourself from that equation and being like, I don't need to prove myself to anybody. I know my worth. Concentration. Yeah, you're only focusing on yeah, you see, I spoke about gossip, right? And your lips are sealed. You're like, I'm not stooping to anybody's level. I'm going to focus on my own self, on my own growth, and I am not letting my energy escape me willy-nilly. Detachment keeps staring at me. You are escaping people's energies that leave you unfulfilled and leave you wanting for more. Be very careful about your friend groups, Taurus. I feel like there may be people around you who may want to dim your shine. And I don't think the universe will ever allow that. But still, you need to do your bit, okay? Alright, I didn't even mention your 12th house is the house of spirituality. It is ruled by Pisces. It can also talk about things that are hidden, like your subconscious mind, your dream world, your intuition. You're leaving behind the King of Cups and you're I can't. Taurus, 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups, King of Cups, King of Cups. You're leaving empty cups behind, my friend. You are embracing authenticity. You are embracing not just the love that you have deep within yourself, but you're finally being able to see authentic love in other people. It's almost like your conscious and your subconscious minds are finally on the same page. You know how sometimes we can tell ourselves, oh, I'm happy. Okay? But then you're having nightmares every single night because your mind is not at ease, right? But this is the energy of being stable outwardly and inwardly. Okay? It's almost like you are, let's say, I don't know why I'm getting this. You're on a boat, okay? And you're on this beautiful, peaceful, calm lake. Right? That's your reality. And you're dreaming of exactly the same thing. You're not dreaming of a shipwreck. You're not dreaming of a boat in a storm. Right? Everything is just at peace, at ease. Your mind, body, and spirit are on the same frequency. Spiritually, this is, I mean, you can't ask for anything better. You can't. And for some of you, this could also be a very spiritual connection coming in, because the King of Cups can be a counterpart. It can be a divine counterpart coming in to express their love. It's possible that earlier, the cup that was being offered to you was broken, right? It didn't have any substance, but the cup is brand new and full. And not only does that make your heart happy, it makes your spirit and your soul very happy. All right, we have resistance. We have Mercury and Taurus. And I would be resistant to this too. If you've been through something particularly difficult, I feel like you want to make sure that this is coming in correctly. Oh, we have Quarrel and Rebellion. I'm not going to take them. But yeah, don't let your past infiltrate your future. Taurus, resourcefulness, Sun in Cancer. And that is a Cancer card. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, the King of Cups. I see you protecting yourself. I see a sense of self-preservation happening here, and I am not going to call you out for it, because when we have been hurt in the past, we have to be very careful with our energy. But I feel like whoever it is that is coming towards you will break down that wall of resistance in the most beautiful way. I don't know why I'm getting love here. You may be attracting a very spiritual partner. But again, I feel like when it comes to your subconscious mind, when it comes to your dreamland, if I may say so, don't resist peace, don't resist the resources that want to come in towards you, Taurus, because there is something beautiful that wants to make its way to you. And the crow is the best symbol and sign for a spiritual awakening. All right. regeneration, stunning energy. You are regenerating. You are literally like a phoenix rising from the ashes right here, Taurus. And I feel like you need to start embracing every single part of yourself that is changing. We did see that here. With the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and control, we saw that whole, the lava right here, right? All of that chaos that you were leaving behind, you are suddenly letting out shoots. Did I give you that whole analogy about weeds and trees growing? Maybe I didn't. But then again, that's growth, that's elevation, that is movement, right? So embrace this. And regeneration is honestly the best card to get in a 2023 reading, because this year has been awful for a few people, including myself. And we need to pull ourselves out of this and finally allow ourselves to shine and embrace that spotlight. You've done the work, Taurus. Good job. All right, that was it. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.